Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions. On today's tutorial, we are going to show you how to carry out subdivision or maybe layout design, right? Good. And we are using AutoCAD 2007. So we have a few notes, the pre-design. So you need the boundary survey to help you locate what the extent, right? Good. Then you also make sure that you capture the roads. They are very important. Then you compute the boundary polygon from the data you have acquired, and then you check what the planning regulations of your area, right? Good. To know the plot size, the road width, and some other requirements. Then you now come to the design. So you decide the number and type of plots. Maybe that can be based on the client's intention, a combination of the client's intention, planning standards, maybe shape of the land, and again slope or drainage direction. Remember earlier we have said something about topo, right? Good. So most times people actually ignore that aspect of data acquisition, so they just plan without considering the slope of the terrain to understand the flow direction. Then when you start the designing, you create your roads first, not your plots, right? Good. So you should ensure not to make that mistake. So you lay out your access roads, different categories that are there, and then you now do a kind of check, right? Good. So that no plot is what landlocked, so that it will not be as though there is a particular plot or there are some plots that you cannot have access, right, to them, right? Good. Then you also check for irregular shapes and the rest of that, and then you produce your final plan. Now we are going to demonstrate it using this extent. The first thing we need to do is that we need to explode this so that we have just individual lines. And then another thing is that we are going to use 15 meters for our internal roads, right? So what will happen is that we need roads round our boundary. So you can decide to have pillar ID, maybe peg 1, station 1, as the case may be, 2, 3, and 4, which is actually very important. Then from this our boundary line, we are going to offset 15 meters inwards, 15 meters, 15 meters, 15 meters. So that will now serve as what? Our road, right? Good. So we come to the offset tool, and then we impute 15 meters, and then we click on enter. So we click on the line, we do the offset, and then we have this, right? Good. So the next thing is that we need to trim the lines. So the shortcut is T arrow, and then we click on enter. So let's select all the lines. Okay. When we have done that, we click on enter again, and then we delete some of those lines that are obstructing the flow of the road. We do this for this other area, and then we now have what this will serve as the road round our plot, right? Now the next thing is that we also need road inside of what the layout. So one of the easiest way of doing it is, okay, let's look at the length of this line. The length of this line is about 175, right? Good. So let's see 175 divided by 2. That's about 87.5, right? So what we are going to do is that since we are looking at a 15 meter road, we can decide to take the line tool, and then somewhere around, let's say 75, we click, and then we extend it maybe on a straight line, as the case may be, outwards, and then we click on enter. So remember, we are looking at 15 meters, right? So we still come back to our offset. Okay, the 15 meter is there, so you click on enter, and then you select the line, and then you offset it. All right, good. So this will serve as the internal road that links to these other roads that are around the layout, right? So escape, and then we do some trimmings again. So we go TR, enter. We select the lines and their intersections, and then we click on enter. Then we come to this first opening. We also look at this opening, and then this opening that will give us access, right? Good. Now always ensure that your lines are touching. Okay, we also need another trimming to carry out here so that we can open this entrance from the main road, right? So with this we have, okay, we can still trim this. Good. So with this we now have, maybe moving in, we are going to is it fillet or chamfer our roads. We'll get to that stage very soon. So you can either drive in this way, or you drive in this way, or you drive in this way, right? Good. Now the next thing we are going to do is to design the plot, right? So we are going to use 465 and then 465 times 2, right? Good. So those are the areas we are interested in. Now the first thing is that we are looking at this length. Okay, this should be the width. We are looking at this line, and then the length of this line is about 75, right? Good. So if we divide 75 by 2, we're having 37.5, right? Good. So we are going to offset this line by 37.5. So in order for us to achieve that, we come back to offset. We have 37.5, and then we select this line, and then we bring it there, right? Now since we see the area we are looking at is 465, so it will be 465 divided by 37.5. So we are now looking at 12.4, right? Good. So we are now going to offset this line 12.4 inwards, right? Good. So we still come back to offset. We have 12.4, enter, and then we click on the line, and then we start the offsetting. Good. When we did the last offset, we saw that the last plot will be very small, so this entrance will be used for a different purpose, maybe commercial or something. Now the next part of the design will be this lower part. Now this lower part we are going to use 465 by 2, right? So we are looking at 930. Then if we look at this length, what this line, what do we have as the length? We have 85.582. So we have 85.582. If we divide it by 2, we have 40. Okay, let's leave it at 43, right? So what this simply means is that we are going to offset the length of this lower portion by 43. So we come back to offset 43, and then we offset this line inwards, right? Good. Now since we have 43, and then the area we are looking at is 930, so we have 930 divided by 43. So we are looking at 21.6, which is about 22, right? Good. So the next offset we are looking at is 22 meters, enter, and then we are going in this direction, right? Good. So we have been able to design the subdivided plots for, so let's call this block 1 and let's call this block 2, right? Good. So the idea is that block 1 is 465, and then block 2 is what 465 times 2, right? Good. So in the same estate, or maybe in the same layout, we have decided to have multiple land area, right? Now the next thing we are going to look at is this our road. We can decide to do what we call either chamfer or fillet, right? Good. However, what we are going to use on today's tutorial will be what? Fillet. So we click on the fillet command, and then we type arrow so that we can define the radius we need. So for the fillet radius, let's say we want to use 5 meters, and we click on enter. So we are going to click on these two road edges so that we can have a kind of curve, and you know the curve is for easy transition in and out, right? Good. Now each of these plots, these edges, we can decide to chamfer them, but for the purpose of this tutorial we are going to leave them as they are, right? Now another thing to look at is that, okay, this road is also blocked, so we are still going to do some trimming. Good. So our entrance is opened. So this is the entrance. Maybe you can go this way or you can go this way, as the case may be. And one of the uniqueness of this design is that none of the plots will be landlocked, because those at this side of the road might use this access, and then those at this other side are going to use this access, right? Good. So we have another access here, and then you can actually go around. So another thing before we leave is that each of these plots needs to be polygonized, right? So when you have defined the lot sizes, you now come to the polyline tool, and then you try to define some polygon shapes out of what you have defined earlier. So we have that. You do same for all of them, right? Good. So let's come to block B and also do randomly for some of the plots that we have there. Good. So now the idea, okay, let's change the color of these polygons to red. The idea behind this is for you to be able to determine the extent of each of the plots. So if you click on this, you are going to see 467, which is close to the 465 we need. And then another thing is that consistency matters. However, there are some plots that you can leave for some special purposes, or maybe for a different land use. This is 465. Then if we come down to our block B, where we try to get 465 times 2, we have 940 as against the 930 that we are looking at. So maybe by the time we try to polygonize the other lots, we have values ranging from maybe 930 to 940, 935 as the case may be. And then we also have maybe 465, and then maybe a little above or below 465. So you can now do some form of adjusting the boundaries of each of those plots, so that if you want to have a constant or maybe uniform area along what your layout. And then the next thing is also ensure that all of these protrusions are actually what trimmed off, right? Until you get to trim off all of the protrusions that you have inside of your layout. Now when you are done with all of these designs, you can now decide to add some other map elements. Maybe you create an extent around it for your frame, then you add the map element, and then you can also label the areas of each of the plots inside of what your plot, right? Good. And then you also decide to put what your pillar numbers, which are also very, very important. You put the distance and the bearing, right? Good, for each of these lines. So at this point you can decide to explode it to get the distance and bearing of each of these lines. All of these are required of you as you try to present a comprehensive subdivided plot or maybe layout design. Then you can also consult other professionals in the built industry on how aesthetic, or the aesthetics, and then the regulations and the standards as required of subdivision, so that you can have the best of the subdivided plot or maybe of your layout, right? Good. So we believe we have shown you, yes, very, very importantly, using AutoCAD 2007, how to manually subdivide the plot, ensuring that you have roads for access, and then none of the plots are actually landlocked. And then you see how to chamfer the roads. Okay, we can also do the chamfering for these other edges, right? Good. So when you are practicing or maybe doing it productively, you also decide to what you also should chamfer these other edges, because the road edges are supposed to be what curved, right? Good, for easy transition. So basically we've shown you how to use AutoCAD to carry out subdivision or maybe design a simple layout following some of these guides or instructions that we had actually read out to you. So we are going to see you on another interesting one. Until then, keep staying safe and have a fantastic time. Bye.